At Tayson's office, the secretary reports to the director, "This is the latest report on the takeover of Tam Long." Then, she gives the document to Tayson. Tayson says, "Did you give this to me to tell me to read it?" After the manager presents, "I will summarize everything. When you enter the company, I already told you, but the list of car handovers of Tam Long is too big. According to what I learned from the domestic documents and bribing the former employees of the company, I evaluate that the automotive industry of Korea will surely step on the car crash of the automotive industry in Detroit, Michigan, USA." Tayson is surprised. She continues, "Do you know what UAW is? That is the US automotive industry. They were very crazy when the automotive industry was born. It is an opportunity to be manipulated by the unions. Powerful unions only need to occupy one of the top 10 production areas to have a disadvantage that slows down the car production. However, UAW is on strike to negotiate annual wages with a low-efficiency production structure and high costs that have reduced the cooperation between workers and the company and the flexibility in labor. Therefore, the answer is clear, it can only be disintegration." Tayson asks again, "I think sharing reasonable benefits is not bad, right? But according to my prediction, the US automotive industry will have to pay the price in the next year. But the sales in the US are very good, will it collapse?" She answers further, "Even if it does not collapse, the government has definitely poured a lot of public funds into it. This public fund is the capital of the governments, to restructure the financial organizations or the businesses that are in a weak situation. I predicted the future of Bear Stearns when he went bankrupt. The new crisis of subprime will eventually spread to where subprime loans, a loan with a higher interest rate than the standard rate, are granted to individuals who do not qualify. Surely one of the problems that will be encountered later is CDO will rise as a new explosive. If the investment loss of CDO is linked to the minimum 90% business credit, then $1,000 billion will disappear in the air." Tayson is very surprised by her presentation. This not only hits the US, but also hits Europe and Asia. So finally, the appearance of the American hero, the Federal Reserve, will stand out in front as a rescuer, even though they are in a lot of debt now. But if the automotive industry is sure to survive with an investment of about $1,000 billion, I predict that Chairman Ben Bernanke will throw money at the director. You know, if the market becomes unstable, the currency fund worth about $3.5 trillion can disappear from the market. Suppose, if this guy collapses, the US will go bankrupt to prevent that. Ben Bernanke will receiving instructions from above and print money. And do you know who is above Ben Bernanke?" Tayson answered, "You mean the family, the Rothschild family, right? The Rothschild family is the largest shareholder of the Federal Reserve. Many investment banks, including Morgan, are members of the system and belong to the Rothschild family. Even 50% of the world's assets may be owned by the Rothschild clan and 20% by Rockefeller, and the rest are scattered. According to some top organizations, the leader is the Chinese diaspora. Indeed, there is nothing you don't know. Thank you for telling me about the Rothschild family." At this time, the system announced that I received points. At this time, at the New York Commodity Exchange. People are talking. Will there be a dot of oil on the highest step today? Are you crazy? This is already the highest price. Thousands of traders are walking on a thin layer of ice, but don't you see the recent flow is very strange? I feel like they are raising the price, but they will cleverly push the goods away. It turns out you feel the same way. Maybe the new traders are the damn problem. So, they want to take all the money from this floor. August transaction, the price is 146. August transaction, the price is 146. September transaction, the selling price is 146.5. The two brokers were surprised. Is he crazy? It's no different from the battlefield. Then, everyone poured money out to buy a lot. Right now at the Tayson building. American-style hero, boring and nothing new. When people cry because the world collapses, then at that time America will print dollars from the sky. If I can't eat this money, then I'm one of the 3 stupidest people. Bent Crude has sounded 2 wars without gunfire since the moment he bowed his head. Although this is not an accurate statistic, Robert has collected over $100 billion in a month through a secret legal entity. However, compared to the assets of the Rothschild, it is only equal to a toenail. So what will I do if I earn hundreds of billions of dollars? In the future, there will be many businesses worth over $1,000 billion. At this time, a phone call rang. "Director, what are you doing?" "It's Manager E. I'm about to finish work, but is there anything wrong? Shall we go to dinner together?" "Dinner?" At this time, she brought dinner. "It's sushi." I went to the sushi shop across the street and thought of the director, so I bought it here. T-san said right away. "If you want to borrow money from me, I refuse." She was very surprised, not understanding why the director knew. "A rich person like you, can't you lend 100 billion? You are really stingy. Why do you have to borrow from me?" I told the chairman, "Just go in, it's only 100 billion, and my father has no money." "Manager E, we will distinguish clearly." She was surprised. What to distinguish? Is it about Chairman Do's mistake? You look like a soft-hearted person before a beauty scheme. I know the director is not an easy man. I heard from Sarah, the director will take a vacation next week and you also asked her to find out about the plane to Europe for you. Is it a business trip? No. I'm planning to travel alone. Traveling sounds good. Then, he enjoyed the sushi of the shop. It was delicious. So, director, do you want to go with me on that trip? Tae-san had a nosebleed when he heard her say that. But why does she keep pushing him away? Just be reasonable, I'm also a man. The first summer vacation of college, the first backpacking trip began. The starting point is the capital of France, Paris. The museum looks real. This is the first trip I enjoy freedom, or rather show off a little. Actually, if I go with Manager Y, I will have the confidence to endure her temptation. But what is all this, God? These are all treasures. The Mona Lisa, now I understand a sentence. Real goods are better than fake goods. At this time, there is a group of guards looking for someone. It seems like some important character has disappeared. Everyone, please speak quietly, so loud that everyone can hear. Tae-san also occasionally looks around here to find a girl who left me to go to France, an art senior, likes to draw, Yuri, who flew far away leaving only a brief memory of their night. Tae-san didn't know when she dragged him here. When he entered the parking lot, parked his car, a girl appeared. Please help me. A figure stepped in, Tae-san thought, could it be the legendary Paris subway robber? Who is she? She made a silent sign behind, a lot of people were looking for her. Then, she looked at Tae-san, hoping for his help. Can you move fast to help me? Tae-san looked at her, did she look cute to ask for help? Switch to another office. The man asked what about the location, she turned it off. Go find it right away, you guys open your eyes and find it right away. We lost the lady. Sorry instead of saying, go find the lady. I heard that now the dogs of the assassin club are scattered everywhere. What if they know this situation? It all happened while the delegation was away, the lady probably couldn't escape Paris. Use any way, use the French intelligence agency, even if you turn all CCTV. Every corner must be found immediately unconditionally. Two people are walking into the supermarket. They buy a lot of food. The girl told Tae-san to call her Vivi. The same age, how to call friends is not allowed, right? I asked her why she was chased, she answered honestly that she ran away from home. She is studying at Paris 4 University and is the same age as Tae-san. She is backpacking like me. If it were Korea, it would be chaotic. A grown-up girl left home to backpack unexpectedly. She got in the car right before I left the parking lot. A pair of grown-up men and women who don't know each other travel together by car. At this time, in a strange area near the beach, they say the blue bird is living in the castle and flying out of the cage. That's right, Elder. Saint Allah gave us the opportunity to take revenge. Send the brave warriors to die. Let the strangers of the night see clearly. Prove that we are still alive, our blood will keep flowing until the great holy war ends. Prove that we will never live with them under the same sky.